welcome back to Dave and Family Farm. It is a slightly chilly but slightly warm day, if that makes any sense. It's in the 50s, but there's a little cold breeze here. So you can probably see the hay shaking on the tedder over there, all done tedding hay. And we're gonna go down, and I got one of my hay moisture testers. We're gonna go down and check the hay. It's been down, let's see, cut it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's what, 4 days? So we're gonna go down and see what the moisture is, and here's a couple of dogs running around too. So the creek's finally gone down enough we can get across it here again. I know the camera really doesn't do complete justice to the height between the bottom of the bridge and the top of the water. Now the water's still up probably 4 or 5 inches higher than normal at this point, but yeah, so that's what it looks like without all the water, in case you've never seen it. Washed away the edge of my bank here. Gonna have to get some rock here, but anyway, that's not what this video is about. All right, so this is one of the thicker corners of the field here. We'll probably do this spot, and then we'll go along the tree line over there and pick a spot. So let me see if I can find a place to set you guys here a minute. All right, we'll try that spot there. So this moisture tester is what's called a windrow tester. So you don't probe a bale. No, here's the paper for it. You can read that. Windrow hay moisture tester. Obviously we don't have a windrow right now because I don't want to go through the trouble of making windrows if the hay's too wet. But basically the idea is I have a couple of marks in the bucket which you can't really see, but you got to fill the bucket up with hay. Normally you'd pull it out of a windrow, but since we don't have any, we'll just take it off the ground. Let's see, so we got to pack it in here fairly tight because you need to be able to, probably just a hair more. So the idea here with this, let me make sure you guys can see what's going on here. Can you see my bucket? You can see the bucket. Okay. So the probe here goes down in and takes your reading, but you have to be able to compress the hay with the moisture sensor. You don't want the tip to be able to touch the bottom of the bucket, but you got to be able to put some pressure, and you push the hay down till you see those marks inside. So let's see here, we might have got a little too much packed in the middle. Trying to get that probe in there. And let's see what we got here. It does not appear to be working. It's just giving me okay, we have to go get a new battery, or newer battery. Definitely not a brand new battery. This hay is kind of stringy and it's hard to get this to go down in the center. Almost have to dig a hole for it. Hay is definitely not dry all the way, I can say that for certain. Okay, so we gotta tuck all this hay in there like that. Push down with 40 pounds of force, and we hit the button. That says 15.8. Sorry guys. 15.8. That is a heck of a lot drier than it looks. Let's put you back over here a minute if it'll stay. I'll take all this hay back out here. Because to me, I mean, there is a little dust on it. You can kind of see some dust coming off of it. But that to me is more the stuff that is been dried off from the heavy frost that we've had. But you know, if you look at some of this stuff, I don't know, the camera doesn't always show color good, but I mean, it's obviously dry some, but it's not like dry, you know. We do our little thing here. How many we got on that? Anybody count? Little handful here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tough ones. That's not terrible. Maybe it's drier than I thought. Well, let's go over and we'll do a spot over there along the tree line. All right, so now we're over here by the trees. You can see the shade is starting already. And we'll put you back down in our little spot here on the gator, since I don't have a tripod with me. And grab up some hay again. We got really lucky. I mean, not much about this season has been lucky, but last night we did not have a frost. The temperature was up enough. Maybe it was cloudy. I don't know what the deal was there. We did not have a frost. We had a heavy dew, but this is the first time now since the frosts have started that we actually haven't had a frost in the morning. So that means the hay was to the touch, you know, on the surface, the hay was dry by about 11:30, which was quite a surprise. There's been a little bit of a breeze here today. Just trying to make a pocket for this thing to fit down in. This hay being a little stringy, that tip of that probe doesn't want to go down in there good, and we want to make sure we get a good reading. So we'll give her a go here again. And I almost need just a little more hay there. What do we got here? Oh, here's some greener stuff here. Okay. Tuck that all down in there. Hand out of the way. Here we go. $14.5. Tip you upside down here. $14.5. Another big surprise. Again, doesn't feel this dry. So let's go over to the other field and we'll just do one spot over there. That hay to me seemed drier than this field, so we'll just take a sample of the thickest spot here at the beginning. It's always thicker down on this bottom here, so let's just take a sample right here on the bottom. Hopefully you can see this. I'll make sure you can here, but let's grab up. So this field here, when I planted it years ago, the majority was orchard grass. The other field we were just in, hopefully the sun's not in your face, sorry. The other field that we were just in is mostly timothy. So the ground is definitely wetter over here. My knees are wet already just from kneeling for that second. I think we got enough hay here. So it's interesting to see how the two produce a little differently, how they act a little differently in the various climate conditions that we have, warm, cold, all of that, and the, you know, the production. All right, got to get down in the center. 40 pounds of force, whatever that is. Throw her on run. 13.5. Hang on a minute. Somehow I managed to knock the battery cover off. This thing is giving me all kinds of trouble here today. All right, let's do it again so we get the number back on the screen so you guys can see it. 13.4. Here, come take a peek. Dump you on your head here. 13.4. So I was right, this field is a little bit drier than the other one. So let's go ahead and we're gonna get the hay rake out, and we'll probably triple these, I would think. I don't like wasting time running around a field with the baler. Let's make some decent rows. I'll probably still add a little preservative on the bales, because I know there's going to be wet spots here and there in the bales and wet spots in the fields. I'm just dumping this stuff out here as I'm talking. It's going to start to get shady, so I'm not going to have the preservative on much, but just enough to cover myself. Sorry, I'm trying to shove stuff back in here to make sure again that none of the hay gets ruined. So let's grab the rake and let's start raking.